Soft fur, big eyes, and pretty colors. Many creatures can strike humans as cute and stunning, but we would never have imagined that some of the nicest ones might actually harm us. Don't underestimate the pouncing pain potential of the domestic cat, a species responsible for more than 12 billion kills each year. So never judge a book by its cover, especially if you're out in the wild. Presenting the top 20 deadliest animals on Earth that look completely harmless. Fire salamander. You might think this animal looks harmless and are not dangerous to humans. They are shy and cryptic animals and are completely harmless if they are not handled or touched, but that's not always the case. The fire salamander's primary alkaloid toxin causes strong muscle convulsions and hypertension caused by hyperventilation in all vertebrates. The poison glands of the fire salamander are concentrated in certain areas of the body, especially around the head and the dorsal skin surface. The snail. While freshwater snails kill people with their unwanted passengers and blood flukes, other snails are seriously venomous. Marine cone snails launch one of their venom-filled teeth at fish to slow them down. It paralyzes the fish so the cone snail can catch up and eat it. A cone snail's tooth is sharp enough to go through a wetsuit, so they can be problematic for divers. The sting can be fatal to humans if they don't seek medical attention, but only 36 deaths have been recorded since 1670. Next time you see a snail, though, just remember that just because it's slow doesn't mean it's harmless. Box jellyfish. It's estimated that around 100 people die each year from box jellyfish stings, which each have enough venom to kill about 60 people. These 24-eyed marine creatures inject toxins into people's blood, causing their heart to stop. Although some people die in a different way, they go into shock and drown because the pain is so intense. However, some people stung by them don't actually die if they get to shore and treatment in time. This venomous animal with innocent looks live around Australia, but some live near Hawaii and Florida. They're 10 feet tall because their 15 tentacles are so long. Kissing bugs. Also known as the assassin bug, the kissing bug causes about 12,000 human deaths per year. It spreads the Chagas disease in Latin America through its excrement, which it puts on people's skin. As we learned from some of the other deadly animals, excrement should just generally be avoided if one plans to prosper in this world of creepy crawlies. It comes among the top 10 list of deadliest animals in 2020, but kissing bugs make it difficult to avoid their excrement because they regularly bite sleeping people right on the face. In fact, this is just how they got their charming and misleading name. Bears. Every year, about 12 people die from being mauled by this wild animal. This includes bears from around the world, from the brown bears of North America to the sloth bears of India. Sloth bears, despite eating mostly insects and fruits, are possibly the most aggressive bear. It's probably because they have to fend off tigers, sometimes try to eat them. Bears most often kill people when bears and humans accidentally encounter each other, which is especially dangerous if this animal has her cubs. Spiders. While spiders are probably one of the scariest animals on Earth, they don't even look close to the deadliest. In the United States, about 7 people die each year from the bites of either black widows or brown recluses. There are 8 different species, all 8 live in Brazil, but some live throughout Latin America. Rather than building webs to catch food, Brazilian wandering spiders walk around the forest floor, hunting and ambushing small animals like reptiles, spiders, and mice. Their bite gives people severe burning pain, nausea, and other symptoms. It can be lethal, but victims usually take antivenom, and the spiders rarely inject all of their venoms in one bite. Ants. Generally, the average American only encounters ants that are simply a nuisance, but some people say ants kill around 30 people per year. Of course, these deaths are worldwide, where there are all kinds of ants. There are actually more than 10,000 ant species, many of which live in tropical forests. Fire ants are well known for being aggressive, and they have killed people by stinging them because it can cause an allergic reaction. About 9 people in the US die each year from ants. However, elsewhere ants can kill with venomous stings. Driver ants, like the one from Indiana Jones 4, could potentially eat a person if they weren't moving. Elephants. If Dumbo hadn't been a Disney film, we probably would have seen Dumbo's mom, Mrs. Jumbo, kill the people teasing her baby. This harmless-looking animal kills about 500 people per year, but the attacks are actually becoming more common. Some researchers think that elephants are killing people because they have a form of PTSD and remember that humans killed their family. The aggression is being passed between family members, so people are turning to unconventional methods to keep wild elephants away. Hippopotamuses. Hippos are territorial and huge so naturally. They pose a threat to humans. About 500 deaths per year are caused by these river horses. The attacks are sometimes because humans appear to pose a threat to hippo calves, and this makes the hippo mom get very angry. They've trampled people, pulled them into lakes, tipped over boats, and even bitten heads off. Unfortunately, since they've lost a lot of habitats, they're forced to live closer to humans. Dogs. About 25,000 to 35,000 people per year are killed by man's supposed best friend, dogs. Most of these deaths are actually due to rabies, though, so you can't entirely blame the pups. They can be our most loyal companions, but that companionship means more humans are exposed to more of the dangerous canines as well. Dogs can be vaccinated against rabies, but in Africa, Asia, and Latin America, there are a lot of stray dogs that haven't yet been to the vet. Regardless of where you live, you should probably vaccinate your dog. It's a win-win situation because it protects both you and the pooch. Bees, wasps, and hornets. Every year, perhaps 100 or more people die from bee, wasp, or hornet stings. While some of the deaths have been caused by a whole lot of stings on one person, most were actually due to allergic reactions. About 58% of the U.S. die from these insects per year, which makes them one of the more surprisingly deadly animals in the United States. Bees aren't just as sweet as the honey they make, but their dwindling numbers are cause for concern because they pollinate quite a lot of our food. Pigs. On occasion, pigs take revenge against their bacon-filled destinies. There have been a few cases where pigs have eaten people. In one case, a farmer went to feed his pigs and never came back. Might have collapsed from a heart attack or other medical emergency, only to succumb to his pigs. Pigs may have a reputation for being dumb pieces of meat, but they are very smart animals. This animal comes in the top 5 deadliest animal list, plus they can weigh like 700 pounds. Cape buffalo. Cape buffalo, also known as the Black Death, is the most dangerous animal among hunters in Africa. When wounded, they'll run off and then sometimes circle back to attack the hunter who shot them. It's almost like they were upset about getting shot, but that's just a wild guess. There are some estimates that say Cape buffalo kill about 200 people a year, and despite the fact that they're herbivores, their killing isn't limited to humans. Assassin bugs. Assassin bugs are named that way because of the proficient predatory lifestyle. They are waiting for the prey in ambush, but once the prey is identified, chances of escape are minimal. Assassin bugs usually eat different types of insects. Some species feed on the blood of birds, reptiles, and mammals. Some type of assassin bugs, typically wheel bugs, will bite if and when they are handled. If this happens to you, you will probably experience intense and immediate pain and might kill you. Deer. Deer are not known for being aggressive, but they do kill around 240 people per year. Most of these deaths are from car accidents, since deer have a funny little habit of suddenly jumping out onto the road despite a car speeding down it. Of course, we've confused them by putting death lanes smack in the middle of their territory. They haven't exactly had a lot of time to evolve and adapt to the changing environment. Hopefully, deer will learn how to cross the street and stop causing so many accidents, because they're victims of them too. Tsetse fly. Sometimes spelled TZE, and also known as tick-tick flies, are large biting flies that inhabit much of tropical Africa. Tsetse flies include all the species of the genus Glossina, which are placed in their own family, Glossinadia. A bite by the tsetse fly is often painful and can develop into a red sore, also called a chancre. Fever, severe headaches, irritability, extreme fatigue, swollen lymph nodes, and aching muscles and joints are common symptoms of sleeping sickness. Some people develop a skin rash. Horses. While horse girls may be crazy for horses, they probably aren't thinking about the dangers they pose to people. Horse is another dangerous animal that look completely harmless. Horses kill about 20 people per year in the United States, several a year in Australia, and probably more worldwide. Surprisingly, horses kill more people in Australia than the country's superbly venomous snakes and spiders. Koalas. But first, do us a favor. Click that like button to inspire us. Subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell and you won't miss any interesting videos. Done then? Let's go. It may seem hard to believe, but the world's most cuddly animal has a dark side. Most of the time, these tree huggers keep to themselves, adhering to a strict schedule of snacking and snoozing up to 22 hours a day. But sometimes, a koala snaps. Koala-on-koala violence is generally pretty mild, but they have been known to go after dogs and even humans. In December 2014, Mary Ann Forrester of South Australia found herself at the receiving end of a vicious bite after trying to protect her 2 dogs from an aggressive koala. The koala sank its teeth into Forrester's leg and refused to let go, relenting only after she reached into its mouth and pried its jaws apart with her hands. Cows. This cute animal are certainly not viewed as particularly scary, but when they're falling from the sky, you'd probably reconsider. Jumping off a cliff is one of the several ways cows have killed people. For example, sometimes dogs agitate cows, and once the owner gets involved, it doesn't end well. Other times, cows are purposefully aggressive and attack people. Cows have been seen ganging up on unlucky people. It may have something to do with the fact that humans kill millions of them per year. Of course, there are cases where it's just accidental. Maybe the cow was in an enclosed space and got spooked, crushing the poor person. About 20 Americans die each year from cows, but worldwide it's more. Stonefish. Stonefish are named for their visually similarity to rocks, sitting perfectly still and blending right into the seabed where the unsuspecting foot can easily step down on their dorsal fins, primed and ready with potent neurotoxins. The unluckiest clodhoppers will step hard, applying more pressure and increasing the amount of venom that gets injected, which may also trigger the stonefish's secondary defense mechanism known as a lacrimal saber, which has been likened to a switchblade of the face. Fatality from a stonefish venom can occur within an hour, so it's recommended to seek anti-venom immediately. Most importantly, watch where you step. Which one is the deadliest? Have you ever gotten hurt by any of these animals? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Like always, if you enjoyed it, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and leave us some love in the comments section. To keep up to date with all of our awesome videos, be sure to hit subscribe and turn on your notifications to never miss a thing. Until next time, do take care of yourself.